Good day and good morning to you all. Here's Marco Lewis, your stress and burnout coach advisor. Today's topic is how can I, as coach or advisor, help you? And why should you book me or get advice or coaching for stress and burnout prevention? This is a good question, of course. So basically, to break it down, if you're feeling ill, pains, groans, whatever, not feeling healthy, then you go to the doctor. So in this case, then, if you're feeling pain, groans, or whatever, too much stress and whatever, and you're thinking, I'm not feeling healthy, and it's going, rough and whatever, that's one point to contact a coach or me, and advice, and get some advice. But the most important thing is prevention, not to get so far into burnout or too much stress. So basically, my job is a link between a normal person, whatever, to a psychiatrist. No, we're not psychiatrists. Psychiatrists are more specialized in the broader field of responsibility. And of course, the health insurance here in Germany pays for that. In my case, you have to pay privately. That's one difference. The second big difference is when looking for an appointment for a psychiatrist here in Germany, it takes months. So that means you have to overcome lots of months before you get the first appointment, which is meaning that when you decide to say, right, now I need some help and some support, you've got the symptoms already and you have to live with the symptoms for another few more months until you get an appointment. In my case, because I'm actually specialized on stress and burnout and just in that field of area, the appointments, to get an appointment with me is much quicker. Secondly, another point is I have a medical background. In my previous occupation, I was in the British Army and I'm a combat medical technician. So I have a medical background on top with my further knowledge and tools about stress and burnout. So that gives me a bit of a combination of that two occupations. So how can I help? Yes, of course, the appointments are quicker with me. You got to pay privately, yes, but on the long term, if you say I can save myself income faller because of burnout or income faller because I'm longer ill, then you get the money back in that sense. But also health, you pay lots of money for different stuff, for lots of rubbish stuff as well. So if you invest in yourself, saying, okay, I'm going to learn how to cope with stress and what are the signals, what are the stress factors, how can I see them, how can I live with them, how can I avoid them or whatever. It's an investment in yourself. So that's how I see it. So I can help teenagers, with their exams. They've got big exams coming out at the end of the term before they actually become an adult. So if there's lots of stress and they've got stress symptoms and are suffering, like, in previous videos, you can Google as well, what are stress symptoms, how to show in your body and whatever else. So I can help teenagers cope and find then the solution. My job is I learned the tools and the know-how, what happens to stress, what happens to your body, and I got the tools as well to say, okay, come together, combine working together, let's find out what is the stress factor and how can we solve it and that you live happily with it or without it, or can you, avoid it. So that's my job as well for teenagers. Or for example, you intend to be self-employed, or you are self-employed or a small company or just on your own, stress is there. No one can tell me I never stress. Stress is there. You can cope with it and live with it, that's okay. But if you start noticing, it's getting too much stress, I need some support or some help, that's my job. I am there then to advise you, to coach you and say, okay, what's the issue? What's feeling uncomfortable? Where do you need help? And then we sit there together and then, use my tools, my knowledge, and help you to go down that path and say, okay, let's take that different path, or look at a different perspective, or mind setting, change your mind setting, and so on and so on. So, managers and bosses, or even parents, yeah, parents of, small kids, bigger kids, they say small kids, small problems, big kids, big problems, they say, see. But nevertheless, you've got parents, you've got to do appointments here, you've got to do that, you've got to do this, take care of the kids, do shopping and whatever, and work as well. So lots of stress there as well. And if you come to a point saying, hey, I can't cope anymore, I don't know where to start. My day's like proper packed full with stuff and appointments, and I don't know where to start and where to stop and whatever. And yeah, you're suffering with the stress, then, come to me, let's talk about it. We find a solution. So that's short. Well, it took 5 minutes now, but that's a reason, or might help you to decide when shall I contact a coach or an advisor in stress and burnout. So I hope I answer lots of questions that way, and I wish you a nice day. Take care. Cheers.